for you to learn another language. Duolingo!
Look no feather. I'm going to show you how to use Duolingo for schools. I'm Madame Sensei. I teach Spanish, French, Japanese, and English to high schoolers out here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. And today we're going to talk about the heart system, which appears to be newly implemented, but trust me, it's not. So first of all, everybody calm down, okay? I know it's a change from what a lot of you are used to, but I've been around a long time and I've seen this come and go, okay? So the hearts are up here at the upper right of your screen, and your students will start off with 5 every single day, and we'll talk about how they can get more hearts, okay? I was going through my files trying to find old screenshots to show you that the heart system is really nothing new. Okay, I've been around with Duolingo since the latter half of the first year that they started, and I was one of the first certified educators with Duolingo, and I've seen the heart system, and it's not a horrible thing. Okay, look at this. I found a screenshot, 14 days. I don't know if that was 14 days after the power outage that destroyed my first streak, because we had a 5-day long city power outage. Let's assume I was only 14 days old here. Okay, and if you messed up, you'd have to keep doing those questions. Now, we haven't seen that in a while, and frankly, I like that better. I'd rather have my students go back to the questions that they mess up. Okay, here's another screenshot, an old screenshot I found. Obviously, there's no hearts here. So I'm thinking maybe it's because I kept testing out of everything that I saw hearts, because I wanted to model for my students what doing Duolingo was like. And so I had to unlock everything. So I would go through and test out of every single circle on the tree. It was a tree back then. So I can't find a screenshot of it, but at the time when you were testing out, you'd get 3 hearts just like this. Okay, just like right now when you're testing out of something, you have 3 opportunities to test out, and if you mess up, obviously you shouldn't be testing out, right? So when your students run out of hearts now, they've got 5 hearts to start with. If they make 5 mistakes, they're going to be prompted to get hearts, okay? So these are your choices. And this I clicked up at the top for hearts. You could tell your students to pay for Duolingo Super, Duolingo Max. No, don't do that. They're students. Don't have them pay for anything. And you also don't have to pay for anything, okay? Duolingo has pledged that they're going to be free forever because they're trying to give back to the world, all right? Don't buy this, all right? Your students can practice and get 1 heart. Look, if they've messed up 5 times, they probably need the practice, okay? This is not a horrible thing to say, hey, you know what? Click right here and do some practice and get a heart, and then you can get back on the path, okay? Or if they've got enough gems, they can click right here and refill 5 hearts for that much, okay? Once they click on what they want, then this will change to, do you really want to do that, okay? So here, like, not now for the unlimited, okay? Here's what the practice looks like. You'll notice there's no hearts, okay? So I deliberately lost all my hearts so that I could take some screenshots and experiment and show my students and explain to my students what they're seeing now, okay? Here is me before. This is Duolingo for Schools. This is my dashboard, and this Duolingo for Schools is great because I can track my students. I cannot track my students with Mango Languages. I cannot track my students with, well, I'm not going to play for Babbel. I'm not going to pay for Babbel, so I can't track them in that. Rosetta Stone is awful. They're a horrible, greedy company. They just want your money. They don't care about you. They don't care about your students. Trust me on this. Duolingo lets you track your students for free, okay? So this is me before, and this is me after practice. So you can see I got 10 XP. So your students are still doing the assignment. If they do a regular assignment, they don't have to practice, they get anywhere from 10 to 15 XP. So this is completely in line with that. If they have to do a practice, it's not the end of the world. They should be practicing. Okay, so if you click up here at the top of the screen right here, you can refill your hearts, okay? You can click on Unlimited Hearts free trial. You can refill your hearts there. You can practice earn hearts. You can click right there to do it. I just want to show you, this is the computer. And I try to convince my students to go to the computer. And I'll tell you why in a moment. But, the phone has a couple more bells and whistles that the computer doesn't have. Now look at this. This is later in the day. I'm getting ready to record for you. And I thought, I'm going to check because I got a theory. Oh my gosh, suddenly I've got infinity hearts. All right? Even though I had 5 this morning, I've got infinity right now. So here's my current theory. All right, and I went to the phone too, and I have infinity on the phone also. My current theory, and I'm not sure about this, I got to do more experimentation. My current theory is, remember here where it said next heart in 4 hours, 21 minutes? So hearts refill in 5 hours. So my theory is, in 5 hours, when your hearts refill, they're just going to go ahead and give you infinity hearts. Okay? It's my current theory. There's a second theory I have that's possible, and it's that when you fill up your daily quest, that's when you get infinity hearts, but I don't think so, because like I said, I teach Spanish, French, and Japanese, and since I've put myself in all my classes so that I can make sure my assignments are going out right, and so that I can model to my students good behavior, I always fill this up, and I haven't noticed it before. So, don't quote me on this, but I think it's because it's 5 hours later, and it just went to infinity. So if your students are frustrated, have them do a practice, and then say, okay, walk away from the computer for a while, go back to it this afternoon, this evening. You'll be able to do it with the infinity, okay? The most important thing to me is that when you're on the infinity, you're not seeing ads. And this is why I encourage my students to go to the computer. On the computer, so far, I'm only seeing ads for Duolingo Super or Duolingo Max. I can accept that. I can accept that perfectly. Duolingo is advertising their own product. Their advertisements are kind of cute because they've got the animated Project World characters, and my students love the Project World characters, and we leverage them a lot in class. So that is completely fine. On the phone, I'm getting ads for other mobile games. I'm getting ads for, gardening equipment and stuff. I hate that. Look, our students, our teenagers or younger, our students are the #1 targeted demographic for these dumb algorithms. And I'm telling you, the algorithms are what's going to ruin the world. So what I don't like is the advertisements, and that's what I'm pushing back to Duolingo on. I don't mind the heart system. I think the heart system is great. If your students are making more than 5 mistakes, they probably need to practice, okay? It's all right for them to practice. It's not the end of the world for them to practice. So it's the ads I really don't like. And here again, here's the infinitive. I'm such a language teacher. Infinity, and there's no advertisement here above the check back for your first assignment thing. So, all right. Talk to us about this at the Duolingo Educators Network. And any questions, you can always email teachers@duolingo.com, and they will get back to you. Thanks for watching.